Hey everyone, Doug and Carl here with the TJetClub. Another episode, getting ready to talk about some of the auction pieces we're coming up, but also 4 gears. We're going to talk about 4 gears. We're going to dissect them a little bit, show some examples. I didn't bring any of mine in, but I will show pictures of some of them in the video. I'll squeeze that in somehow. So yeah, we're finishing off. We just actually last week in our series we finished off with 4 gears. This next week is the last AFX race, but we're substituting our 4 gears with semi trucks.
We're alternating semis into with the 4 gears. So last of the AFX, last of the Magna Traction. And we're going to alternate the trucks in, and I don't know that we run them again this year.
And then we get into TJet season, which is the highlight of everyone's world.
Everybody's excited about that.
Well, it's TJetClub. I mean, you got to be excited about TJet season.
Right.
So yeah, we kicked off with AFX, and we've been running non-mags, mags, and 4 gears up until now. And this coming Sunday, which will be, what is it?
20th.
22nd.
Oh yeah, you're right. 22nd.
The last of the AFX. So let's talk about 4 gears, and I'll let you dissect the rules that we run by and show off some cars. So I'm gonna hand it over to Carl.
Once again, the 4 gear class was born a long time ago, but it really wasn't added as a whole class until fairly recently. I love the 4 gear class. And I said that's for Doug. I just put that out there because Doug's not.
I just threw up a little in my mouth.
And but one of the things I think is really great about the 4 gear class is it's a simple class. You have to run the 4 gear wheels and tires. You can change the armature, and you can run up to a Auto World magnet. That's the strongest magnet you can run. And the simplicity of that is that people can find a 4 gear chassis under something, clean it up, and actually go race and be competitive because you don't have to put a bunch of money and parts into it. There's really only a couple different tires that really work. The AJ seems to be, that's my favorite by far. And it's just a simple slip-on tire, and same with a PVT. And so if you're looking for a simple, fun class, 4 gear is really a good one. And it's just, once again, simple rules and keep everything fun for everybody at a good budget. The beauty of 4 gear in my mind is that we don't have a body rule, and it's turned into this artistic license class. And you can do whatever you want. And so here's an example of one of the first ones that I built. And obviously that's the remnants of the Aurora 4 gear little sedan. And I cut it up, put an air cleaner in it, and some pipes from the Super Modified, and then some wheels and tires. Now, once again, we run the original wheel and tire. And then that just keeps that class so simple. And then here was the second one that I built. Once again, you can do what you want for bodies, and to me that's a lot of fun. Put a little mesh in the front. Now the air cleaner doubles as the screw post. That's how I mount them, and so that's why I use that. And I think this one's a dyed chassis. I just dyed it for fun and for purple. The 4 gear does have a bit of an issue with the crown gear mesh. You can take an AFX gear and you can sand that shoulder down until it fits in there nice, and that will fix it. And then if you want to fix one, go to a larger axle, and then that'll also take the slop out of a 4 gear chassis, because a 4 gear chassis can't be peened. There's just nothing there to peen. And so if you go to a larger axle, you'll remove that slop, and then usually the original gear is really good then. And you can also shim them over. Here was the third one that I built. Once again, I like cutting up the original 4 gears, and then Doug was nice enough to make me those little stacks. Aren't those as cute as all can get out? Little brass stacks there. That car come out really decent. I've even got a pulled window in there. And then this one here, I work for Speedy Delivery, so I made myself a Speedy Delivery van. Very, very difficult to get this on the podium. I have done it, but just barely. And this is a good car. This thing's fast, But I got rid of the sunroof, and I got rid of the side windows, and filled all that in, and then painted it, decaled it. I thought it'd come out pretty fun. This one here has got a little story behind it. We were running 4 gears, and everybody was asked to bring a van body, because the way we were going to have everybody run van bodies. Well, I didn't have one, so Al had some for sale, and I bought this and I ran it. And it had big red silicone tires in the back, and it didn't do bad. It's actually a really good chassis. And then for just fun, after that, I decaled it up as Honest Al's used cars, 555 used, and just we had a good time with that.
And put it on the podium.
Put it on the podium. And of course, after I did a little work to it. And then, now this is one of my current builds. It's not done, but I converted this old Tyco body, and I just totally lucked out on it. This is the fun thing about building stuff. I think that engine is from a Hot Wheel body that I killed for an engine, and it had a post on the bottom of it. Is that sweet
nice.
or what?
Nice.
So I just put the screw right through that and then mounted it. Now, the stacks are a little big for an AFX or something, but on this, they're not bad. They're not bad. And this already had a hole. If anyone knows about these, they already had that little scoop on it and stuff. So anyway, I thought that thing's coming out pretty slick. And then I wanted to show everybody, when I talk about pulling windows, I have a vacuum former. This is what they look like when they're pulled. And I wanted everybody to kind of have an idea of what I'm talking about there. So this is the original glass from that Nomad, and I support it with clay. I put clay up underneath here, and then when this heats up and comes down, it pulls over this real tight. And then so I'll come and trim that up, and then I'll have a new window in 8,000ths that I can use. And so that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about pulling windows. And I think one of these days we'll just go ahead and get the vacuum machine out and use it, and everybody will get an idea of what it looks like, how it works, and if it's something they want to pursue. It took me a long time to find one of them machines, but it was totally worth it.
Now talk about the mechanics of why it's important to have a pulled window versus a regular window on a scale weight version.
On this one, it's not as big a deal as it would be on a 55 Chevy AFX car. This is pulled in 8,000ths. This is all 8,000ths right here. This window would be the equivalent of 22,000ths. So a big weight loss in the highest part of the car, and a lot of windows are really thick, especially when it comes to T-Jets. T-Jets are way thick, and so by pulling this glass, I can reduce the weight in the top, the top of the car, highest point, and then still have the glass. And I've talked about in the past, like with the AFX Camaros and stuff, I love racing them, but they had weak windshield posts that are often broken. So I'll pull a window for it, and then when I put it in, I glue that window all the way around. And so it becomes a supporting member for the roof itself to prevent it from being damaged in the future. So that's something that I do. It's a fun thing to do. I did a lot of work to get that machine. I knew what machine I wanted. And I will admit that the day I bought it, I started pulling windows, and I haven't looked back. I've absolutely enjoyed it. It's just a fun, simple thing to do, and it does help performance-wise. Like I created the window for this. I created it out of the pieces of the glass that were in this, because it normally had a visor, so I had to cut that off and build it out of clay and stuff just to pull this window. You can barely see it in some of them. And then some of them I tint. After you pull it, you spray the tint on, and then you trim it out. I don't think I got one here for that, but
you didn't talk about your Camaro, I don't think.
This is the latest one, and this is one of the brand new Camaros. I believe they call it a Super G. I'm not up on my new stuff, to be honest, but the wheel, I bought this off eBay. I thought, that thing's gorgeous. I like 69 Camaros. I love them in blue. I get it. And the wheelbase is nowhere near an AFX, and so, which is why I bought it. I was going to modify it for AFX. And I think these are kind of valuable. And I kind of sat on it for a while. I was like, should I do that? Should I do that? And one day I was like, just hack it. Just do it. And so anyway, I raced this year, and it was almost like cheating, to be honest. It was
unbeatable. It's one of the reasons I hate 4 gears is because of that car.
Well, if you're going to hate something, Camaro's a good place to start. That's the 4-gear thing. The beauty of it is the open nature. We have guys that run mini Lindy wreckers, which I have one of those. I can't wait to finish it. And you can, a lot of Tyco stuff gets used in the 4-gear class. So if you're looking to add that class to your club, it's really a good one. We do allow the Auto World chassis, obviously, without the traction magnet. They're pretty sloppy, but if a guy gets to working on them, they're not bad. But the simplicity of the class, and it's just a good fun time.
Yeah, and like I said before, I will show you some of the 4-gears that I have in picture form. I'll just throw them in there right now.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, I love the 18 van.
Right.
And if it's going down the track, you can actually hear the rear bumper scraping on the rails sometimes.
Yeah, I thought that was the curve feelers.
Yeah. So now we're going to talk about the next auction Monday night, November 23rd, 6:30 Mountain Standard Time in the PM. We're going to just have some fun.
Monday night's auction, I think, is going to be a blast, and because we're going to do something we haven't done before. The beauty of this being new is that everything's new, but we've never had a junkyard night, and that's what Monday night's going to be. And I'm literally gonna, and I didn't bring everything. This is not everything, trust me. But I started to separate stuff, and I couldn't stop. I mean, I literally had to run over here to get this done. So we're just going to have lots, and they're just going to be anything, everything. It is going to be fun. There's going to be a bunch of TJet ones, right? If you like hot rod coupes, hello, hot rod builders. Here's another little TJet lot. And we're just going to, I'm just going to throw stuff in a bag, and then we're going to take, I don't have them all here. It's going to be a bunch of stuff. It's going to be bargain night. And then I think I'm going to pick out maybe 4 decent TJets, and we're going to run them in the second ring. So we'll have them going in the second ring, and then we're going to be running through them junk lots in the front. So this will be a great night. I think there's even going to be some chassis junk lots, and it's just going to be a great night for bargains, for stuff that guys that want to paint, modify, race, restore, and just a good time and have fun with it, and no big deal, right? No serious collecting. Those other cars will be pretty nice.
Racing and building night.
Yeah, we'll let them other guys bid on that stuff, but we'll have fun with the TJet junk and the AFX junk. And
I might not even show up Monday just so that I can be at home bidding on some of this stuff.
Bid. You know, do you remember me saying how hard it was to find them without wings? We're gonna have a bunch of those. Oh! And just in case you're into semis, and I've got all these piles on my tub track. That's a lot. Yep. And so it's going to be fun.
So and we might even have to bring back the mystery box.
Not this week.
Not this week.
No, okay. There's just going to be so many big lots. Let's move the mystery box to next week.
Okay. All right. So that's what we got. Monday night, November 23rd, 6:30 Mountain Standard Time. Facebook.com/TJetClub. That's where the auction is, and we will see you there. We're gonna have a good time.
You bet. Come for the bargains.
Yes, I'm gonna be bidding. So I'll be pulling stuff aside, going, "I want this." And you're gonna be going, "No, that's part of
that's part of the auction."
Yeah.
Now that we have more Tycos in the club now than we've ever had, because all these AFX powered Tycos.
They're not really Tycos.
Right.
They're Tyco bodies with a Ford power plant.
To me, it's the akin of putting a Chevy motor in a Ford.
Yeah.
I don't know why I think of it that way, but that's the way I think of it.
Yeah. So
which makes them fast, by the way. Anyway.
Yeah, and still a Tyco.
Yeah. Right.
All right, Monday night. See you guys there. We're gonna have lots of fun. So
you bet.
All right, take care.
All right. Bye.